Alright, so we finally got ourselves all four walls. As you can see here, I put up the last wall. Um, Getting a little bit of lag from this thing. I emptied out it, so emptied out the chicken and put it all into a chest over here. So, yeah, there we go. This is now empty again, and it's cooking chickens. So we're getting quite a bit of lag, unfortunately. But I've finished this up here. This one's very similar to this. I couldn't think of what to do with it, so I just went with that. But I added my own thing. I gave it a railing and a black. Yeah, don't mind the iron bars. They don't mean anything. It's not a cage. It's not nothing bad. Anyway, so now that we finished those, basically all four walls are done for the most part, except for this here, which is what we'll be doing first. We're going to start working on the inside. Now, the glass is very generic. It's basically like either my pattern or that. But what I want to do for this is kind of have like the main, it's like the main window type of thing. Like I may even make it so that stuff flies through it. That's why it's 3 by 3. I haven't decided yet exactly what I want to put in it, but I've gone ahead and gotten a bunch of glass. So what we're going to do is start making kind of my pattern. Now it's going to be kind of like a flamey look kind of going up, but it's hard to do with a 3 by 3. Now I believe it starts out, I believe it's this, and hold on, let me just pull up a picture. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it goes like that, and it's going to be just solid all the way through. It's not going to change like with the different sides. Let's see now. It's that I should probably just do the front real quick. That way I can figure it all out after. Um, Black grass across, and then over here, so that's going up in kind of like a zigzaggy pattern, like this. There we go. It's kind of like, I guess it's more of a lightning bolt if you look at it right. And it goes up again, and it alternates them, kind of giving it that look like it's going up into the sky type of thing. And then when it's here, it's a single one and another lightning bolt. Like that. Perfect. And that's as high as I'll make it for now. Depending on how big the roof is, I'll put a cap on it. But, and then the sides here is just black stained glass. There we go. And this is also obviously keeping with the stained glass look of Spawn. Everything's got to have stained glass, which I honestly, I think it looks good. I don't mind it. And can I reach it? No, I can't. We'll just do this. And can I reach it now? Yes, I can. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, there we have it. It's kind of like that back wall. It's not that good looking because of the KCP shop there, but that's okay. Yeah, you get the idea. And then I'll make it solid. Oh, I forgot to cover that up. Perfect. That's basically the inside. I'll make it 3 wide after. The next thing we're going to do, I started putting up a wall here. The one thing I want to have is kind of like everyone gets their own chest, and it's also going to be kind of like a subscription type thing, which I'll talk on more about later. But what we're going to be putting now is setting up, where did I? Oh, I have it in my inventory. I was looking for chests, and then I have tripwire hooks here. Perfect. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to set up a bunch of chests, and we're going to alternate regular chests and trap chests. Like so. Alright, and it's going to be, let's see if I remember correctly, pie chest, trap chest, chest, trap chest, chest, trap chest, and chest. And unfortunately the wall isn't big enough to have one for every person on the server, but we'll try our best. And the reason I haven't done that part yet is because there's redstone blocks and it actually pushes the pistons. So I had to put the chest down first, but I wanted to kind of design this wall with you guys. I figured out what I'm going to do. So basically, each chest, so this has enough for, let's see, 2, 4, 14 members on the server. If we need more chests, we can add it later. Get ourselves our pistons. And I have dark oak here because what we're going to do is we're going to have kind of like a railing over top of it. Like this. So above this here, we're going to have like that. And I'm going to put potted plants on top of it, on each one of them. And I'm going to have kind of like a chest, probably right about here. Let's get a Oh wait, no, that is a regular chest right here. And it's going to have these books, which I'll have a hopper hooked up to it, so it takes the books, and it's going to offer a subscription service where if you subscribe to us, you get kind of like the special discounts and other such things. So now this won't get pushed, and I'm using pistons as building blocks. And above in the flower pots, each person will have a chest, and above their chest, if they are a subscriber to our business here, our establishment, they'll get a flower. Just kind of showing off, oh, this person here has signed up with this shop and loves their services and what they offer. And another thing we're going to add is a bunch of signs. Perfect. Oh, looks like Sparks left. And we're going to have them above here. So this, I'm going to leave blank. Each person will have, basically that's to name it. So said person will have that. That'll be like my chest. Well, I don't need a chest. It's my shop. Okay, Sparks, he just left. This will be Sparks' chest. Comes in there. You can keep his stuff there and other things. Maybe Arnday's chest, Star, so on and so forth. Alright, now that that's all set up, it's time to make this place fancy. I'm gonna give it a little bit more fancy feel to it. Decorate it up a bit, you know, give it a little more of this and that. I don't know why I'm talking like this, but you know, I just want a little bit of style in the place. And give it a little bit of a new look and a new feel on the joint. My voice keeps changing and I don't know what I'm talking like anymore. Okay, I'm gonna stop. So what we're going to do is I've decided, since the wall's one thick, kind of need a little bit more to it. We're going to just kind of detail it a bit, add a little bit, just a little bit more texture with different blocks, specifically quartz with the different variations. Also have to raise this up a bit. And this over here, with the way this is, I can't actually add another one, so I'm just going to put a stair block there. And I can connect this now. Oops, wrong kind of block. I was actually looking for iron. There we go. Now, like I said, I haven't decided on the roof yet. That we'll get to later. And I also want to change these blocks here, the way they kind of go around it. Oops, I broke a staircase block. I'll have to go out and fix that after. But yeah, like I was saying, kind of just to give it a little bit more of a because it's so plain with the iron, just looking around, it all looks the same. I like giving quartz block is very, very handy for that white color, like how the iron is kind of whitish as well. It's a little bit more tinted, but at least with the different kinds of quartz blocks, you can give it a little bit more design and make it not so flat. So yeah, that looks pretty damn good. And oh, I almost forgot. I also have to add the pillars to here. And I'll be changing that for each of the other two windows in this place. And I'll get to that after. Now, another thing that we're going to do is we need a place to show off the different merchandise that we're going to have. Now, this here is going to be the armors. There's going to be 4 different kinds. Obviously, the boots, the pants, chest, and the helmet. And I'll fill these chests with them. It'll be diamond, of course. And then we also want to sell just various different materials. And we'll be doing that here. Yep. Now, I'm not sure exactly what we're going to sell here, but we'll be listing them on the side. Thus, the reason for these item frames. Actually, it's kind of bothering me that that's incomplete. And then also, another thing, even though I'm calling it a shop when I describe it, but it's more like a supply depot. But we do want to have kind of a counter where we're going to have our shopkeep. And we changed this. I also added the carpet for the subscription box, item box area type thing. So yeah, that looks pretty good. And then also want to kind of give it the overhang. Now this is this is the design I went off of from my prank against Gray, who still hasn't been on and looked at it. I gotta get that guy on just to see it. We failed our goal with that. It failed, and I'm sad about it. I believe it's like this. This is where our shopkeep's going to be. And this one will be one lower, so you can't go in it. And then I'm going to put a pot here as well. And I also want a chest. We'll do trap chest. because we have so many extras of this. I didn't actually need as many as I needed. And also, of course, I'll be putting a flower pot over here, but this part here, I want to have it kind of like this. And I'm using it's magenta instead of purple, so it's got a little bit of a different tint from the window, so which is pretty nice. And then I'll put a villager in here probably for my shopkeep. But yeah, that's pretty damn good. And then also here, do I have any? I don't think I have any gold on me, but I'm going to put a clock there for people to tell what time it is. So yeah, that gives it a little bit more of a fancy feel to it. A little bit more on the floor, but it's getting there. Got a little bit more of a cultural feel to it, if you know what I'm talking about. You know that obnoxious thing that people do? You know, they take their name and their face sometimes, and they plaster it on something they're trying to sell of their own. You know that stereotypical thing that car dealers do? They sometimes at their car rental places they have their name plastered on the side of a wall in the building or on the front or sometimes even their face. Yeah, we're gonna do that here. It's time for some more staircase art. Staircase block, the most versatile and best block in Minecraft, if I do say so myself. So, I've shown you guys how to do my face. And now I'm going to show you guys how to write my name, because, you know, obviously you want to do that. I actually need some stairs. Okay, so we're going to be putting just the first 3 letters of my name, because obviously my name is long ZaCrazyFool. I know it's actually not a long name, but it's too long to do in staircase. So the first thing we're going to be doing is the Z. Now this is actually a very basic... Oh, shoot, I actually don't have any tap slabs. Let me go grab some. So, as I was saying, we're going to be putting Zafs. I haven't really chosen the name, but I'm thinking Zafs is a nice friendly title for this fine establishment. You know, it's just like, oh, I want to go visit Zafs. I hear he has some good merchandise today. I want to go see what Zafs has in the store today. Maybe I can pick up something on the way home. You know, Zafs. It's a nice name. It's quick, easy, rolls off the tongue, you know. It's perfect. It's the best possible option for this place. And if I decided to call it a supply depot, I actually don't have room for that either. So Zafs is the only thing that's going to be on the top. And I'm just, what I started with at the bottom is 2 stairs and a half slab in the middle. That's the bottom flat part of the Z. I'm currently doing the diagonal. And then what I'm going to do next is the top of the Z, just the same thing as the bottom, you just mirror it, like so. And I have to actually go one over here as well. And there we go. Now, if we go down and take a look, oops, I didn't mean to break that. I'm still getting a bit of lag from that chicken, the chicken place. So yeah, let's go over here and take a quick look. As you can see, there's the Z. Perfect. First letter done. Now I gotta do the rest. Now, unfortunately, the A is a little harder to do. It's actually going to be floating in the air. Unavoidable. I had to just kind of... I've done several variations of this, trying to make it fit and kind of go with the size of the actual word. Unfortunately, this is what I've had to kind of default to. It's not too big. It's a little small, but it'll do the job for an A. And... that I'm using chiseled quartz in between instead of having a complete flat just quartz flat blocks there, because if I didn't have that, the letters would be just Z and then the white, completely white. It's very boring in my opinion. Next we have is a half slab there, and if I can hit it there, perfect. And then just 2 stairs going down like so. And there's the A, kind of like that, and then the line in the middle. Next is the 3rd letter, the F. Now the total word is going to be 12 blocks long, and the reason it's 12 when it's only 3 letters is because it's not 3 letters. I'm also going to add an apostrophe and an S. And then after this here is another one. There we go. This is so I can, glitch under it and not be able to walk over it, apparently. And all of the entire thing is just 4 blocks high. And there, and then we have to also reverse it again. but I will put this here because the next block over is quartz. The next part we're going to be doing is the apostrophe after this. So there's the F. All you have to do here is just make it kind of, just fill it in basically. And I'm not using pillared blocks because that, I don't know, I don't really like the way the pillar blocks look sideways. Alright, next for the apostrophe. Apostrophe kind of goes like, kind of curves down like that, right? Well, unfortunately we can't do that, so what we're just going to do is 2 inverted stairs, so it's like a diagonal. And let's see, I have to go over 1. I used chiseled quartz. I'm actually out. I was looking at my inventory. Let's just make 2 more real quick. There, 2 chiseled blocks. So it just goes over like that, and then for the diagonal staircase, you just got to put 1 in here, so that those 2 holes, they make the diagonal. And then the next part is the S. Now this S is it's a little lackluster if you ask me. Also kind of had to just default with what I had. You can make shapes and letters with stairs, but it's still restricted. But it's definitely more versatile than other blocks in such a small confined space. And if I can jump, perfect. Let's go take a look at this. Let's take a look at from over there. Whoop. Perfect. Da 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 da. ZAFs. Perfect. The Z, the A, the F, the apostrophe, and the S. Now you notice there's a hole there, and that this is it's pretty see-through. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. It's kind of missing something. That's because we're going to add it in. What we're going to do, okay, good. For this square block here, it's perfect 2x2, which is the same kind of setup as my face. So we're going to be putting in a couple colored blocks, stained glass as well. So the back here, the bottom left is purple, and 2 black, and then purple. Perfect. And then just like that, put in a few more things. Perfect. Just also got to throw in a background. The background obviously I'm going to be using is purple wool. That's why I have so much of it. And we're just going to fill in the whole thing like this. Now I have to figure out how I'm going to do the roof. I've made the sign kind of 2 blocks above from where the current walls are, so I can build up kind of a support for it and build up the wall, or the roof around it, giving me a little bit more space for figuring out what it is I want to do with this place. And there we go. One final look with the purple background. Perfect. And has that stained glass there too. It'll be a little hard to see from the ground, but at least you can read it. ZAFs. And I'm happy knowing that there is a purple behind it. Now, before we end off today's episode, one final thing we have to do. This place isn't complete, but it is still a building, and people will just walk in, take a look around. ZAFs, the title, very enticing. The face, very intimidating, saying, oh, this place is fun. I want to go inside. We got to add a sign saying, you cannot go in yet. This place is still being under construction. So, ZAFs. Oops, that's not an apostrophe. ZAFs. Supply. Oops. Supply depot. Obviously, I'm not sure about the name, so name pending. Coming soon. There we go. Oh, and it starts to rain. Oh. See, that guy was trying to get in. He was trying to sneak in, thinking, you know what, I can go in there, but no, you can't, buddy. No, you can't. Anyway, this place is really coming together. Just a little bit more fine-tuning, and ZAFs will be open for business. But that's the end of today's episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you crazy kids next time. Goodbye.